Hi, welcome to the Create Site tuition video for the Instant Website Factory. This is when all the materials we've gathered together get built into a site like one of the demo sites you saw. This can look bewildering, but it's actually quite easy. You're just deciding what goes on the main page and what goes on either side widgets. That's what you're really doing in this. If you think in those terms, then it's quite easy to follow. As always, there's full instructions here. Read them all and follow it. You'll soon get the hang of it. But what I've done is given you a massive head start. I'll show you in a minute. Here are the main settings that need to be set. Find the data file as usual, nothing new there. You can enter the name for the main page. I quite like the buzz, but the goss or the news or something like that would be great. Then over here, I'll come back to these two. Do you want both left and right columns for widgets, or do you want left or right only? Quite simple there. Set the delay as usual. Probably about 4 is best for this because it's got an awful lot to do, depending on what settings you set up, and some websites are trickier than others, so it's best to err on the side of caution to avoid having to do it again. So this is to load in or save settings you've already done, because this is where it gets scary. Okay, let's get scary. Tools menu, set website options. There is the massive screen full of options that you have. I'm going to take you through it quite briefly and then show you how it matches up on an actual website. So, column 1, this is all Amazon. If you want Amazon buttons, Amazon displays, things like that, this is the column to use. And here on the Game of Thrones, that's an Amazon banner display. This is an Amazon what's it called, recommendations display. That's where you actually display individual products you choose out. You choose yourself. So you set the categories for the country you're in. Do you want the deals banner at the top? Do you want those recommendations? What keyword do you want to use the recommendations? Do you want a bestsellers carousel? Do you want to go on the page or left hand side, right hand side widget? And do you want the search widget? I've not got these last two on the Game of Thrones site. I've just got those two. Okay, then number 2 is about ClickBank stores. What do you want to call the main store? What are your ClickBank keywords? Where should the categories appear? Include the widgets offers at all. Include a niche store. If you can include a niche store, what title? And here you've got a lot of different types of niche stores to choose from. There should be something there you can choose. And let's go back to the Game of Thrones site. And for the niche store, there's a main store. For the niche store, I chose magic because people interested in fantasy might like to click and find out about the power of belief and magic tricks and mentalism. They might do, they might not. This is the big menu. This is the menu. Okay, while we're here, these are the new releases, bestsellers, etc. buttons, and that's what you go on to in a little bit. Here is you set the YouTube video you want, the actual link to the YouTube video. If you want a Google feed, you put the search term in there, in here. Okay, here's the new releases. Do you want them not at all as image buttons, as that's what they were on the Game of Thrones sites? Text buttons are my favourite. Are those collapsible DVDs, collapsible top 10s that were on the video game site, the PS4 site. and you put them on the left hand side or right hand side. Okay, back we go to the site just to show you these. There's the video, that's the Google feed. I've added another video later, I'll come on to that in a moment, how you do that. These are all fan buttons and image buttons, all linked to different things. Come back here, this is where we start setting these. Display the fan page buttons as image buttons or just text buttons or not at all. For each one, the URL. Only put the URL in if you're using an image button. If you're using a text button, obviously it needs a title. That's for all of those. Where do you put them? Left hand side or right hand side? Same for two links called link 1 and 2. Buttons, image buttons. Click if you want them. Click if you want the other two link buttons. Okay, moving down. Do you want to leave a welcome message? Well, here on the Game of Thrones site, here's the welcome message. If you love Game of Thrones, sign up for my newsletter. And here's the newsletter sign up right here. Include the sign up box. That's the one I just pointed out. It was on the right hand side. Or you can put a responder in there. And where do you want recent posts displayed? And here, do you want to load save settings? Now this is a major boost that you can do to save time. I'm just going to pause the video as I get things ready for that. I'm just going to find the saved file, so I'll be one moment. Okay, just show that's the save file that's included. All you do is click OK and then say load all settings on this menu, confirm that you're going to, and click run. And almost immediately settings have been overwritten. So if you go back to that tool, set up website options, there they are, all set up with my Game of Thrones settings I had as a starting place for you. So start with that, play about with it, change the links, make them yours. I don't think I actually put my actual affiliate link in, my real one, so don't worry, you're not going to give me money by using them, but change them to your own by running the software. When the software runs, after you've done that, go back to be careful, so you make sure you don't lose them. Another menu to set is the social links. I've just put in twitter.com, but obviously you put in your actual Twitter feed, your Facebook URL, your Google Plus, and these translate to these buttons at the top here, and they're also right at the very bottom. And one final thing to set is very exciting, is to set page order. This is where you actually say what comes on the main page. So you could say, okay, I want discount box 1, carousel number 2, Google News number 3, video number 4, and they all appear in that order. If there's a 0, they don't appear. This bottom one, bonus HTML, set it to a number if you want it to appear, and put any HTML for code for anything you want to include. Then you can say set it as create part of the site, or perhaps even for more variety, you can do it as the main site run, but then tuck these back to 0 and just run it again to add to the end of the page. To here in this example, add another video, add another video, add another carousel display. That's how you build up a variety of site. To the main site, come back to here, add to the end of the page, and we'll keep adding them to the end of the page. And then when all that's done, press run and then wait. You'll be called on to do a couple of things. You'll be called on to log into Google. So if you choose the Google News, in the Amazon area, you'll be asked to select to make sure it's found the links you want, so you can dig deeper to get links you particularly want to promote. For the carousel, it takes you right to the area where you're choosing products, and you just click the ones you want. So you get absolute total control over the key parts of website creation, but it automates so much of it. And once you've done one, the next one will be much easier. You'll have save settings, you'll adjust them, you'll save them again, and you'll grow and grow. Your experience will go, and your time to create a site will reduce dramatically. So please enjoy playing with it. Just want to add a quick extra bit of how you get the links, Amazon links for the buttons, the fan page buttons and link buttons. The software does not create those. You paste them in, you copy and paste them in. So here I am at Amazon, logged in under my associates account. I've searched for Game of Thrones and decided maybe I want to add luggage. Yes, there's Game of Thrones luggage. And here at the top of the page is link to this page. So whatever page you want to link to, click on this link to this page, and this pop-up will appear, and we'll have the full HTML link code. You do not want it all. All you want is the HTTP, and follow that all the way down to the end of the quotes, and copy that, and then go back to the software and paste it in one of these areas. Okay, that's how you do these. Don't leave mine there. Copy and paste your own, and you'll make some serious money.